Hey guys, welcome back to Ignite Fitness. Hope you're all feeling great and ready to crush another workout. Today's workout is tackling the lower body, and we're going to use resistance loops or booty bands, whatever you want to call them. I'm super excited today because I actually knew booty bands for the first time in a very long time. And honestly guys, I don't know how. I've been in the fitness industry for 6 years and not bought bands yet. So I'm using the ones from the FitBeast and they are amazing. They come in 3 different sizes. We got light, medium, and heavy. You want to use all 3 for this workout. So whatever you have at home, whether you're using your FitBeast cloth bands or if you've got regular rubber bands, whatever you have, make sure you have all 3 sets out. These ones are really great because they are non-slip. They've got like this nice little rubber coating inside so they don't roll down your legs. And as we go through this workout, I'll tell you which band I'm using for what exercise so that you can kind of base your workout off that. Otherwise, make sure you have water on hand. Guys, we're gonna jump into this workout and get started. So grabbing one band, I'm gonna start with the medium, just because we're gonna start warming up the body. I'm gonna take the band around my ankle. So you wanna be careful when you're putting it on so you're not falling. You know, so if you need to do it from a seated position, depending on your balance, go for it. We're gonna go through monster walks, they're called. So we're gonna take the feet nice hip width apart. When you start to feel that resistance, you're gonna start to feel a little pull on these bands right outside the thigh here. And we're gonna walk the length of our mat, keeping that band taut. So we're gonna go front and back, join me now. And we're just gonna start by warming up those abductor muscles. A reminder that whenever you're working your abductors, you're also working your adductors on the inside of the thighs because they're stabilizing, right? We're just gonna take it front and back. We're just gonna slowly begin to warm up the body. Feeling good, letting that heart rate come up. Yes, these are gonna start to burn after a while. What's also really great about these bands, guys, is it tells you the resistance level that you're using. So I know for the heavy bands, it's like using a 40 to 50 pound resistance, and you can definitely feel that. Let's take it front and back one more time. All the way, and then all the way back. Keeping that tummy nice and tight. Beautiful, guys. Release that band. Shake it out. Bounce out those legs. We just want to keep the blood flowing nice and naturally here. Grabbing your next band. I'm going to switch over to my heavy. So I will show you from a seated position how we're going to put these on. So you're going to take the band about an inch or 2 just above the knee. Keeping them nice and firm on there. Come up to standing nice and slow. We're gonna go into a pulsing squat. So finding that nice wide stance. We're gonna drop, pulse, pulse, and stand. So making sure that you're not allowing the band to pull your knees in. If you feel like your knees are coming in like this, switch to a lighter band. Go for the medium or go for the light, guys. There is no shame in testing it out and then having to drop down if it's necessary. All right, let's go together in 3, 2, 1. So we're going pulse, 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 and stand. Squeezing those cheeks. Beautiful. Pulse, pulse, stand. Take your time here, keeping that chest lifted, the gaze out in front of you, that tummy as tight as can be, flat back. You know the drill when it comes to our squats. Go again, 1, 2, 3, squeeze it up. 1, 2, 3, squeeze it up. Give me 5 more like this. Up, 4. You're gonna feel that booty, I promise you. Last one here. Beautiful. Take it back down to the mat. Take a quick sip of water if you need it. I'm gonna switch to a lighter band. I'm gonna go straight for the light band for this one actually. Taking it again around the thighs. We're gonna come into a single leg glute bridge. We've done glute bridges probably in almost every one of the workouts we've done together, guys, so you should know what this looks like. This time we're just gonna go from one leg, so keeping the supporting foot, the one that we're pushing off of, nice and close to the glute, taking the opposite leg up, and we're just gonna drive up through that heel, activating through the glute there. So pressing down and up. Join me now. Remember that when we're doing single leg glute bridges, our hips aren't going to go quite as high as they do when we do Both feet on the ground, so that's okay. You're still doing it right. Keeping those legs apart, easing into that resistance band, making it work for you. Exhale on the lift. Give me 2 more. 1 and 2. We're gonna drop the opposite foot, lift the opposite leg, and start driving it up. Beautiful. Another thing that you're gonna get out of the cloth bands, guys, that you don't get out of the rubber bands is that there is quite a bit more resistance in a cloth band. And that's just due to the nature of the material. So you're getting more of a deeper workout here. Drive those hips up, press to the heel. Three more. Here's 3 and 2 and 1. Beautiful. We're gonna take the band and just push it down to our ankles here. Sticking with the light band, we're just gonna come into some nice little openers here. So take a second, get situated, grab a sip of water if you need it. Get that band up around your ankles and we'll join together in 10 seconds. We're just gonna keep our hands planted firmly on our mat, belly drawn in tight, and we're still gonna work those abductor muscles here. So all the outside of the thighs are working. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press those legs nice and wide. As far as the band will let you take it. I'm still sticking with the light band here, guys. These are smaller muscles. These are those firecracker muscles. Beautiful. Give me 5 more, guys. 5. Here's 2 and 1. Beautiful. All right, guys, bringing that band up around the thighs again. We're gonna switch over onto our hands and knees. Take your time. If you need to sink into child's pose, release any pressure off the glutes and off the spine. Take a second to do so. Beautiful. We're gonna shift forward onto our hands and knees. We're gonna go into our fire hydrants, guys. We've done these before. You know what to expect. Planting the knee, we're gonna lift that outer thigh. And I'm actually just gonna take a second here. And switch my band. So I'm using a light, and I'm gonna switch to my medium for this one. Oh, keeping the hands planted, we're going to lift and lower with control. Here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1. Lift and lower. Using your breath to control it, keeping the gaze 4 or 5 inches away from your hands. Here's 10, 5 more. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, guys. Take a second to sink it back. Release that pressure. Oh yeah, feels so good. Love it. All right, coming back onto those hands, knees, finding that nice controlled position. Let's take a second here. Look at where your hands are. Are they underneath your shoulders? Are your knees underneath your hips? Make sure everything's in really good alignment here, guys. Taking your eyes and the elbows out to the side of the room. We're gonna lift that opposite leg up in 3, 2, 1. Lift and lower. Controlling it up and controlling it down. Take your time. Fight the urge to rush through this. Nine, 6 to go. Come on, guys, you've got this. Breathe through. I know that booty's on fire. I can feel it. 2 more. 2 and 1. Beautiful. Sink it down, child's pose. Staying in this position, we're gonna come into some kickbacks. So keeping the band around the thighs for this one. We're not gonna go around the feet and ankles for this one. We're just gonna take that leg out and just do some little lifts. So this is not quite a donkey kick, it's just a little kickback lift. So really engaging through that hamstring. Here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1. Making sure everything's in proper alignment. Just a little micro movement here. Here's 8. Squeeze through that glute. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Draw the knees in, sink it back. Release that pressure. Oh, she feels so good. All right. Shifting back up. If you need to grab a quick sip of water, do it now. Finding that proper alignment, drawing that belly button towards your spine. Take that leg back, flexing the foot on both sides. Let's lift and lower. Here's 2. Breathe through it, guys. Stay focused on that breath so that you can keep that belly drawn in and supported the whole time. Two more. Big squeeze at the top and release it down. Beautiful. Love it, guys. Coming on out of this band, we're gonna switch back to our light band. So good, bringing them back around our thighs. We're gonna come into some standing abductors. So we're gonna find our balance on one foot and we're just going to lift and lower that leg. So we just got a nice gentle opening, lifting that leg until you find that pull of resistance and bringing it back down. Here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1. And you can take your hands wherever you find the balance is strongest. So if you do need to hold onto a wall or a chair, you need to do that. Otherwise, you can take the hands in prayer. You can take them out. Bring a little ballet into it. Beautiful. 3 more. 2, and 1. Beautiful. Rest it in. Shake it out. Give me a little hip hop side to side. Release any pressure that you might be feeling in those glutes, and you should be feeling pressure in those glutes. All right. Finding the balance on the opposite leg. Let's get ready to swing that leg out in 3, 2, 1. Breathe through it. Four more. Come on, guys. 4. I know it burns. I know it. I can feel it too. I'm right here with you. You got this. 1 more. Push it up and release it down. I'm going to take that band right off this time. I'm going to stick with the light one. For this one, if you are using a cloth band, I do suggest you stick with the light one. It'll give you a little bit more of a range of motion. If you are using rubber bands at home today, you can pick a heavier band if you so choose. We're going to go into single leg deadlift. So we're going to put the band under our foot, grab it with the opposite hand. Straighten out here. It's going to look like this. So we're bending, shifting those hips back into a hinge, pressing up into that single leg deadlift. Here we go, guys. Join me now. Squeezing at the top. I want you to focus on squeezing the glute while keeping a neutral pelvis. So we're not shifting the hips forward. We're just coming up, squeezing the cheek. Beautiful. Keeping the gaze out the whole time. We're not looking down at our toes. Lean into that resistance. Embrace it. Last one. Beautiful. Release it. Take the band straight into the other leg. placing it under the ball of the foot, kind of in the arch. Get ready to drive it up in 3, 2, 1. Lift and squeeze. Press it back. Back. Beautiful, guys. As always, the tummy is held in tight. We're protecting our low back. Two more. Last one. Beautiful. Release the band from underneath that foot. We're gonna go back to our heavy band. We're gonna go back to our pulsing squats now. Kind of a funky workout, hey? Taking that band back around the thigh. And once again, I am gonna use my heavy for my squats. So these are like such a great way, guys, when you're using these really heavy bands to get resistance at home. Like you think you're using 40 to 50 pounds of resistance here, depending on how much you're pushing against the band. And that's amazing. Like if you were to buy 40 to 50 pounds worth of dumbbells, it'd be so expensive. It'd be so outrageously expensive. So you can kit out your home gym for a really, really affordable price, guys. And I think that's amazing. And that's what we want, right? We want to make this sustainable and something that everybody can do. So this time we're really gonna drop in, and I want you to focus on this expansion of the glute muscle. So we're not gonna come all the way up this time. We're just gonna press into that band and shift that bum back. So we're getting like a little micro movement, but the glutes are working the entire time. Join me now. Beautiful, guys, you're doing amazing. Keep going, stay with me. I know it's gonna start to burn and you're gonna wanna quit, but you're not going to. You're gonna push through right to the end of this movement. You're gonna stay with me the whole time. We are gonna finish this workout strong together, guys. Strong together. We only got one more move after this, and this workout is complete. So push through, really engaging through that bum. Push and squeeze. Love it, guys. Give me 3 more. 3, 2, last one, and come on up. Taking the band off, switching. I'm gonna switch to my medium for this one. All right, we're gonna stick around with the ankles, just like we did with our monster walks. We're just gonna change the movement a little bit. So again, starting at one end of our mat, in case we don't trip and fall, we're going to sink into that squat, and we're gonna shuffle. Side to side. These are going to be little micro movements, but they are going to send those legs to a very, very slow burn. So here we go, guys. Join me now. Sink it down low. Walk it out. Walk it out. Push through. Push through. Taking those legs as wide as they can go. Walking the full length of your mat at home. The full length of your carpet, if that's what you're on. You just walk the distance, guys. Doing amazing. Embrace that burn. Lean into it. Accept it for what it is, guys, because that's the nature of working out. It's the nature of trying to advance your fitness level, is that it's gonna burn and it's gonna put you into those uncomfortable places. You just have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You have to acknowledge it. Yeah, this kind of stings or this kind of hurts, but in a good way. I know my body's changing, my body's adapting, and I'm gonna keep going because eventually it won't burn when I do this so much. You know, I'll be stronger, I'll be fitter, I'll be faster. One more each side of the mat. Lean into it. Big breaths to embrace it. And even saying it out loud. This freaking hurts, or I can do this. You know, it's so powerful. As soon as we get it out of our mouth, out of our head. Almost there, guys, almost there. Last one, and release it down. Come on down to the mat for a second, guys. We're just gonna release a little pressure. Gonna come into child's pose to start with. Taking our bum towards our heels, chest to the ground. Walking those fingertips out. Finding that length. through the lat muscles, as well as releasing the pressure off the glutes and spine. You're going to shift forward, coming in through high plank. We're going to take our left leg and draw it up towards our chest for a seated pigeon. We're going to release the top of that back foot, keeping our hips parallel. So it's okay if this is as far as you can go. This is a tough position, especially after we just really tightened up those glute muscles. So it's going to feel quite intense. So make sure that you're taking nice controlled breaths here. Love it, guys. Just rocking it out side to side, and if it feels good, you can slowly begin to walk it down. Try to bring the head to the hands or right down to the mat. And if you have it in your mobility, you have nice mobility in your hips, you can take that leg straighter. As long as you can keep those hips parallel. I'm not quite there yet in my practice. Everyone's at a different stage in their journey, guys, so just finding that space. Feeling what feels good to your body on any given day. Beautiful. We're going to walk it on up, pressing back through high plank, and we'll shift that right leg forward, meeting in seated pigeon first to find that proper form, keeping the shoulders parallel with the hips, everything facing towards the wall. Breathing into it, finding that expansion in that side, that side of the thigh. Beautiful, and we'll slowly begin to walk it down. Breathing into it. Walk it back out, stepping back through high plank, and then we're going to shift our toes back onto the balls of our feet, hips pike up into the air to find our nice down dog, to release any pressure. And walk our toes towards the heel of our hands. Finding a nice forward fold. Tucking the chin towards the chest. We're going to slowly roll up the body, one vertebrae at a time, nice and easy. Beautiful, guys. One big inhale all the way up. And exhale it out. You guys crush this workout. If you enjoy this workout, please let me know by commenting, or subscribing to the channel. As well, if you are interested in buying the booty bags that I have, the link is down there in the description. Have a fabulous day, guys. Drink lots of water. Bye.